Have you ever been in a situation where you're around someone quite a bit and they always seem to show up where you are? They like being around you, or at least appear that they like to be around you, but they've never talked about what their intentions are. They've never really said they like you. They've never asked you out. They haven't done any of those things to show you really what they're thinking. And today, on our Saturday morning question of the week, we are going to be covering that exact question. And welcome to It's Never Too Late to Date. We are the channel about dating after the age of 60. And we'll be right back with our Saturday morning question of the week. I always look forward to our Saturday morning questions of the day, but this Saturday, which was yesterday, we had visits from grandkids and granddogs. Actually, we're keeping babysitting a granddog for another week or so. So things have been a little different than normal here. So sorry for the delay in getting our question of the week out. So today, it's the Sunday morning question of the week. And as you know, if you've been watching my channel at all, that I always like to start our Saturday morning out with a success story. And so here is our success story for the week. I met my husband right before my 60th birthday. He is 7 years younger than me and was a widower, and I have been divorced for a few years. He proposed 3 months after we met in person. We just celebrated 5 years of marriage and are going strong. So it is possible to meet somebody after you're 60, and we've had a video about age a little bit, and we'll be doing a little bit more of that later on in a series about dating someone younger or older than you are and how that works and if it works or not. And but this is a great story. It worked for them. He's 7 years younger than she is, and they are having the time of their life. So I love hearing that. And now we'll go on to our question of the week. Our question of the week comes in response to a video that I posted about a month ago. And the title of the video was 6 Nonverbal Signs That a Man is Attracted to You. And there's way more than six, and I only covered six. And she brings up a couple other questions or comments or signs, put it that way, that show that a man is attracted to you. But first, let me read the question and then we'll go into more detail. I have a question. A coworker my age doesn't do things mentioned in the video about the six nonverbal signs or mirror, but if I miss a day at work, he is so excited to see me. He comes to my work area for quick conversations or just to tell me a joke. He comes to my work area often, and sometimes he's very nervous. If we're on a break, he stumbles to speak. What does it mean? And then a side note, he is a widower for 1 year. All right, so there's a couple things in this question, and in response to her question that she typed, I actually asked her a question back that just talks about, kind of how do you like him? What's your feelings about him? Because if she's not really interested in him, then really it doesn't matter what he's thinking or or trying to show her. So that was the first question I asked, but I didn't get a response back, so I do not know what her response was. But I'm going to assume that she is interested in him, and so basically the one of the other signs that I did not cover in the 6 nonverbal signs that a man is interested in you is that one of the main things is that he shows up a lot around you. He'll do whatever he can to be around you. And so that seems to be happening here. She says he'll just, when she is in the office, he's excited to see her. He'll just show up at her office, telling her jokes and all of that. Now, he may just like her as a friend. So one of the things that I try to tell people is, there's no reason to play games at our age. If you see a guy that seems to like you and you like him and you want things to go a little bit further, why not ask him? Be upfront. Just say, "Hey, I love you visiting my office and coming by to tell me a joke. Would you like to have coffee sometime, or would you be interested in getting together and having coffee sometime?" And then sounds like he is shy. He stumbles a bit when he speaks to her. And so, men, we mentioned this before, men are probably more nervous than we are at times. A lot of the burden has been put on the man to make the first move and to show that he is interested, and the woman has, in the past, normally just been able to sit back and wait for the guy to ask her out or wait for the guy to make the first move. And now I think that things have changed. Our situations are different than they were when we were younger and first on the dating scene. And so now that we're older, be upfront, ask the questions. Just not speed things along. You don't want to move things too fast, but why sit around thinking and wondering when a simple question and making the move first could make up all the difference. Now, as I'm talking, you may hear a scraping sound outside. So David's outside working in the yard, and I think he's scraping moss off of the sidewalk. I hear him periodically do that. So if you hear that in the background, ignore it, or I'll try to ignore it myself. But I love that he's out there doing that. Spring has sprung here in the Northwest, and everything is so beautiful. So I mean, that's a quick answer to her question. I would just say, ask him. He seems to be nervous. She may have to be the one to make that initial, step to reach out. Now, as a woman, once you've done that, and you don't want to be the one that initiates everything. Once you initiate it, he'll know that you like him. And then the ball's in his court to kind of reciprocate and ask you out. And so don't feel like you're going to be directing everything from then on. Men are nervous. They get nervous just like we do. And we're too old, as I mentioned before, to play games about who likes who, talking to your girlfriends. I don't know if he likes me or not. We're not in high school anymore. It's fine to have those discussions because they're kind of fun. But if you really want to know the answer to the questions, you know, invite a man to do something, to go out somewhere with you, and his answer will tell you everything. And then once you've done that, you've got a chance to get to know him better and get to know each other better, and then find out whether or not you really do like who he is, not just the surface interaction that you've had so far. Now, another sign that she has working in her favor is the fact that he comes to her desk and tells her jokes. Men love to make us laugh. And if a woman thinks that a man is funny, then that's a big goal for him to work towards that. If you try this out, and a lot of you probably already heard this already from the men that you know, or the men that you're dating, or the husband or boyfriend that you're with, is that they light up when they can make us laugh. And what that's about, that's just human nature. Men love that. They know that a laugh can make you relax. And that is kind of something that they strive for. So just the fact that he comes back to tell her a joke is a sign that he likes to see her laugh and likes to see her happy. So thank you for joining me today for our Saturday/Sunday morning question of the week. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And please, please feel free to like and subscribe and to share this video with anyone that you think might be interested in the topics that we talk about here. And it helps me to keep going with these videos. And I appreciate you all and the comments that you make and the questions that you ask. It's really keeps me excited about what I'm trying to do here, and that is to make dating seem a lot more fun and take the pressure off of everybody so that you're going out and you're meeting new people and not so worried about the outcome when you do meet somebody. Just go out, have fun, and see where it goes. We'll see you on the next video.